Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFL Fantasy Fanatics video on the channel. It's been a few days since we've had a video on the channel. Obviously we gather around being here. Good to get to 5 games of footy and meet a heap of you legends across the weekend. And yeah, really good fun. Yeah, obviously feeling it now. A little bit tired on the recording this Monday. So this video will be going a little bit later than usual. But yeah, after a big weekend, got pushed back a tiny bit. But in round 5... not too bad, 2030. So that's a round rank of 15,392 up to 15,658. So that's up 3,258 spots, which is nice. A little bit of an increase. I thought I was having a bigger weekend, I guess, than what ended up having, sort of being ranked just outside 15K for the week. So still no top 10K weeks for the season so far. So still not really having that big week to really rocket me sort of up the rankings, still trying to fix a few issues, which is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is, so hopefully keep powering through. So +3 and -3, so we obviously didn't do the podcast last night, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. For anyone that was wondering, our pod will be sort of combine the Q&A and the round review in the one, so it'll be tomorrow night. I believe it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. per time at this stage, but we'll let everyone know tomorrow. But that, at the moment, is what we're planning on doing. But +3, -3... +3, who am I going to give this one to? Then got to go Andrew Brayshaw. 123 as a skipper on debut is really nice. Good to get a big score from the captain. So that's one thing that I have got right this year. I've got a good captain score, touch wood, every week so far this season. So I'll actually have to sort of average it out and see what I've got. But that's the only thing I've got going for me at the moment because my team is still struggling. Not being able to sort of put those good scores on the board and really sort of rise up the ranks. So, but Andrew Brayshaw was fantastic. Didn't get to watch much this game, but from what people were saying there at the ground, that could have been a 140, 150. Missed a couple of missed marks from teammates' bad kicks, and he could have had a shot on goal. Instead, it fell short and he had to handball it. So, but yeah, very happy with him as captain, particularly when a lot of people may have had like a Jordan Dawson VC into a Tom De Koning captain and a lot of other sort of subpar scores from some premiums. So he gets the +3. -3, who's that going to go to? Probably Jack Macrae. Jack Macrae's probably going to get it. 59. Bedford went to him for parts of the game, but then he sort of switched towards the siren in the second half. But even Macrae in the second half didn't really get going. So 59 isn't great. Everyone's got him though, so it doesn't really affect too much in terms of sort of not rising in rank or anything like that. But yeah, he's got to get the -3 for me this week. So, but yeah, let's go. And also, could be given -3 to Tom Bloody Stewart. So he has just been a disastrous pick, and probably one of the reasons why I really didn't rise up in ranks, because if that was a ton instead of a 61, and then nearly 40 points extra, that's probably another few thousand spots. But anyway, can't really do much about it. So let's go through the players quickly here. So we've got Nasai, Wangani, Miller. 102 was good. Giants, tough matchup. Did play forward and midfield and on a wing. So it was quite different in the second half and played still pretty well. Hopefully that isn't sign of things to come. Hopefully they keep him in the halfback role. But 102, he's been very good this season. Only one score below the ton, which was against Port last week. So he's been very good since I brought him in. Jaiden Short, 103. Just getting the job done. Ticks over the solid scores, averaging 94 for the season as well, Jaiden Short. So 103, pretty happy with his outing there against Freo. Started slow, but sort of really got going, particularly in the second half as well, which was nice to see. Matt Roberts, 86. That's fine. Obviously, we'll talk about Miami bias in a sec, but Matty Roberts still got it done, 86. He's not an issue just yet, but if he sort of keeps putting up these sort of 75, 85s, he may eventually have to go, but at the moment he's sort of low on my priority list. But just someone, I guess, to flag in our teams that may be... His time might not be sort of... We were probably hoping till past the buys and maybe luxury trade season, whereas it might be sometime soon. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's been 2 games, right? So, Joel Frazier, he's got to go. I know he's got the shiny new midfielder status, but I'm just not... No, he's got to go. So, very unfortunate that pick since round 1. But even if I had an SD card, I'd have to trade him this week anyway because he doesn't have the ruck roll. But Frazier's got to go, 61. 1 goal, 3 was disappointing. Even if he could have popped an 80 or something, I would have been pretty happy. But yeah, unfortunately, he has got to go. Riley Bice, 94. He's just a bloody good player to watch. Hated watching him last week, but he was fantastic and played really well. This week was good to own him. watching him in person on the Friday night, he was fantastic. So 94, very, very happy with him. Zach Reid, 90, very, very good as well. He was, again, fantastic to watch on the Saturday night. So I got to see a few of these guys, obviously, in person. And Zach Reid, just getting over to these +6s. He's got West Coast this week as well. So hopefully puts up another really good score for us on, I believe they play Friday night against the Eagles there. So looking forward to hopefully a good score from him. Luke Trainer, 90 as well. So like all 3 defender rookies going over 90 this week, except for obviously Pryor. But I obviously don't have him. But 90, just him and Zach Reid making a ton of cash along with Bice. Bice is 500k now, which is ridiculous. So he's been they've all been fantastic, which is great. Tom Stewart, just been very frustrating. Technically, Zach Reid was covering him this week, so 90 could have been worse, but I was going to probably bench Fraser over Zach Reid anyway. So really it was the 61 from Fraser covering Stewart. So a bit disappointing there. Moving to the midfield, John Dawson, 92. He was quite poor actually, which is unfortunate. Obviously, Crows going down to Geelong. Just didn't get it done. But if that's his worst game for the year and a 92, obviously went 85 against North not a couple weeks ago. But at least he's not dropping these 50s like he was last year. Like they're high 80s and 90s, so which is good. So if he can turn up again this week, then it's all good for Jordan Dawson. Connor Rosey, 126. I arguably could have got my +3. I gave it to Brayshaw being on debut and captain, but Connor Rosey, half back, certainly didn't pick that coming this week and sort of as a bit of a shift in role. But 28 touches, 7 marks, 4 tackles, kicked a couple of goals as well off halfback, which was very, very nice. That could have been quite a lot higher game time. Did come off late with pretty bad cramp there, but he's all good. He's been a very, very good pick. Very happy I started him. And if he's playing this halfback role, and he looked good and Port played well, so I think that they may persist with it. And if we can get Connor Rosey as a defender in round 12, that is an absolute game changer. And if you don't have him, he's arguably someone that you might want to jump onto. Maybe not this week. Got Sydney at the SCG. James Jordan, does he go to a Zach Butters or a Horn Francis in the midfield, or does he go to a Connor Rosey as the half forward, as a sort of half forward playing on Rosey at half back? So very interesting to watch, but very, very happy with him. I don't know why it's gone away from the said last round scores. But anyway, 126, very happy. Brayshaw, we talked about before, 123. That's now 3 scores over 110 in a row for Brayshaw, so really starting to heat up, which is really nice. Clayton Oliver, 98. Got tagged by Setterfield, so that was the reason for his lower score than normal. But, so, yeah, the website's bugging out my computer tonight. It took me ages to log in, and now the scores have disappeared again. But anyway, Clayton Oliver, taking the scores over, another 98. So really 4 scores in a row, essentially around that ton mark, which is good. And he's got a good 3 matches coming up, so hopefully he can put up. I thought he might have gone bigger on the weekend, but hopefully the next few matchups he can go bigger than that. But he's ticking along pretty solid. Let's get the scores back. I don't know why, so I'm just not going to be able to click on the players tonight, clearly. Horn Francis, 100. Yep, great. He was very, very quiet in the first quarter, but really, I think he was on 8 points, but 92 points in the last 3 quarters. Back-to-back tons for him. He's certainly found an uptick in form. Levi Ashcroft, 94. Late adjustment. It was a 98. They took a tackle away, but he's making a lot of cash. He's now mid-forward along with Sam Lawler, which is fantastic. Good for a bit of flexibility there, and he's going to be very safe on field, either in the midfield or at F6. Lawler obviously didn't play, but obviously looped on Lindsay, 49, was a bit quiet. Managed game time, I think played about 65% game time. I see him being solid. And over the next 3 weeks, obviously, there's a bit of a flag of lower score, come back from injury, what's going to happen. But I still think he's fine. He's got 3 great matchups, and with low game time, even if you played normal game time, that would have been maybe mid-60s to maybe 70 sort of score, which isn't awful. For a rookie, but obviously his cash gen has stunned. I will click on him off, just have to fix it after, obviously. But break even of 49 is obviously gone up a little bit more, which is a flag. But yeah, 64% time on ground. I think he'll see an uptick this week and be okay. So we'll click back this. I don't know why it's doing this tonight. But Christian Rice, 40, was disappointing. He's lucky he didn't get my -3. Really quiet, got stuck on the cold wing a lot, and there is a bit of a flag that he may not be in the team next week. But I think Port 1, I think he'll be fine. Just a lower score from him there. And Finn O'Sullivan, defender stats out, which would be good to put him on the bench. But yeah, just not quite getting those big scores. But in the Barossa, probably a bit expected not to go massive there. The rucks are a bit of an issue now. So Big X, 73 again. Rested for the last 10 minutes again. This hamstring is a bit of an issue. I think it looks like it's hamstring tendonitis from what people have been saying across the socials. Obviously, we don't know for certain exactly what it is, but it's definitely not the big X that we know. And it's at a point where he's lost that much cash. It's almost not worth me trading him out because he'll get back at some point. It's just how long is it going to be? And he's got Carlton this week. Who knows if he's gonna actually play well this week or if I'm not sure. It's a very tough one at the moment. He's already lost essentially 200k for the season. If I trade him now and want to bring him back in, I think I'll just have to ride through. A lot of people have got him, so yeah. But if you can jump off him, I don't hate the idea of jumping off of him. Tom de Koning as well, bit of an issue with him, so he's looking a little bit tired. Saw him against the Eagles, and he was very quiet in the first half. Second half, he got a little bit more busy, but with Mackay concussion and Brody Kemp Achilles, that looked quite bad, unfortunately for Brody Kemp. But with those two out, Pitney logical sort of in with de Koning playing forward. Do they bring in like a Lewis Young to come in, and then just McCall come back in the week after, and they don't worry about Pitney? Who knows? But I think Pitney will come in, and then that's going to be a bit of an issue for TDK for us there. Boyd obviously didn't play. McRae 5'9", mentioned before, bit of a slight Begford tag throughout the game, but still not good enough. Isaac Rankin, after all week thinking he might not play and being on 53 at three-quarter time, 54 point last quarter, if you don't mind. Another ton for Isaac Rankin. He's going along very, very nicely. Bailey Smith, the 102, very happy with him. Caleb Daniel, 98, another solid score from him. So just the forwards getting it done. Ryan Marrick was okay, 78, made some more cash again. He's up to over 600k now. Break even starting to creep up. I think it's mid-20s now, so hopefully he can put up another sort of 90 or a ton like he did against Freo to really keep that cash gen going. Essendon at Optus is not a bad matchup for Marrick, so I think that he could put up another solid score. But yeah, hopefully he can put up a good score soon because he might have to go if he can't. And Davidson, 57, bit quiet. Got the Saints this week at Marvel. I think he'll bounce back a little bit, but he's getting to a point where break-even's up to 25, puts up another 50 or a 60. He could be someone that we maybe look at upgrading, but he's now got mid status, which will be really handy to sort of flick around there. Wicks, 57, Stone, 43, just sort of ticking over a tiny bit of cash gen there. And then Angus Hasty obviously made like 6k, 34. I thought he looked all right actually coming on. He scored 34 points in like a quarter and a bit. So I think if he's given the opportunity, I think he could actually score quite well. It just, is he going to get that opportunity? I thought he actually played well, and St Kilda actually came back a bit in that last quarter. So I'm hopeful as a Hasty owner that he comes back into the 22 after looking all right and can make some cash. But yeah, I'm not sort of too confident with that. He's had, 3 sub games in a row. I'm hopeful that they either go completely drop him so he's a red dot and I can use him as a loop, or they go, okay, you come in the 22, you're having a full game, and hopefully you can score well and maybe make some cash. That would be nice. So, but yeah, that's the team there. As I said, just unfortunately, just probably 50, 60 points off where I would have loved to have been this week. Near a 2100 would have been fantastic to really sort of jump up the ranks. But we're near the 15k mark. We're slowly. I think I've made like 7k spots so far this year, which is quite disappointing. I thought I was hoping to make a big jump after round 1, but we just had issue after issue. Stewart being out and sort of issues every week, and having Fraser steal and Wicks, who I would have loved to have gone. Only trading Sam Taylor last week, and he, fun enough, outscored Fraser. So that was quite funny there. And yeah, just frustrating start to the year. I'm hoping it can turn around at some point, but we'll sort of keep pushing on and hoping that it turns around soon. But in terms of trade thoughts, I really don't know. Fraser's got to go. I guess Fraser down to maybe a Cleary and a Wicks up would be a solid trade, but probably doesn't get me to anyone I'm really happy with. And there's a few other guys that I've thought about sort of trading. Do I trade a TDK? Do I jump off of Tristan Sherry? Do I do Fraser down and do another rookie shuffle and then cash up for next week if I can't get the upgrade I want? So a few options I'm playing around with there, and yeah, we'll see what I end up with there. But we've got a few days to sort of figure all of that out. So, but let me know in the comments below, guys, how you guys went and scored this week, your overall rank, your round rank, plus and minus 3, all that stuff. Put it in the comments below, and any other questions you guys have. I will be back answering questions in a couple of weeks since I've been able to answer any questions on YouTube. Obviously, gather around last week and a really busy week before, but I'll be back this week answering all of your questions. I'll make sure I get to every question on YouTube this week. So if you do have a question, well, unless there's like 1,000 questions, and I don't know if I'd be able to get to all of them. But yeah, I'll try and get to as many as I can at least anyway. So put any questions you got in the comments, or head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/AFL Fantasy Fanatics, and you can get in on the exclusive Patreon Q&As there. A few extra bits of bonus content coming over the next few weeks as well for patrons there. So if you want to head over there and also get the Ask Me on Q service for free as well, then yeah, click the link in the description, or click the link for the Ask Me on Q service there, and you can ask your questions there to get a personalised audio response. So as I said, we're back tomorrow night for our Q&A. We've got Hef from the Keeper League jumping on, making his Fantasy Fanatics debut, which will be fantastic. It'll be good to chat to him tomorrow night about the round, and then also answer a few of your questions. So thanks everyone for tuning in as always. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for our Q&A. So thanks everyone. Have a good night. See ya.